Peace Collective, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is Milan. I am an intuitive tarot reader and psychic medium. If you guys are new here to this channel, welcome. If you guys are returning, welcome back. It means the world to me each and every single time you guys join. Thank you guys times 1,000 for being here and for deciding to spend your time and your energy here with me in these readings. As you guys know, this is going to be another general collective reading. If you guys are ever interested in personals or looking into birth chart information, I do offer that. All that information is going to be in the description box down below, like always. Just as a quick disclaimer, you guys, this channel is not specific to any particular zodiac sign. Each and every single zodiac sign is very welcomed here with opened arms, okay? Please just take what resonates and leave the rest. If the message does not apply, let it fly. Readings are absolutely timeless. So if this is not the one for you today, that's totally fine. There are plenty of other readings on this channel for you guys to tap into and to check out. At the time of this recording, it is actually 4th of July. So by the time you guys catch this reading, I hope you guys had a great holiday weekend. If you guys worked over the holiday, I hope you guys enjoyed that extra holiday pay. Okay, shout out to y'all. And it is Cancer season at the time of this recording. So shout out to all the Cancerians out there. Happy birthday to any of you Cancerians. You could have Cancer in your chart. You could be involved with the Cancer. If not, it doesn't matter. Again, if you guys are here, then you guys are here for a reason, okay? If you guys are familiar with my channel, then you guys know I like to do lunation readings. So I'll do full moon tap-ins, new moon tap-ins, and sometimes I'll look into the different planetary alignments that could be a very significant transit at the time. So as you guys can tell with the title, we're going to get into the Jupiter in Leo transit. So Jupiter just entered the zodiac sign of Leo as of June 30th of this year, 2026, and it's going to be stationed in the sign of Leo until July of 2027. So Jupiter stays in one zodiac sign for about 13 months. So we've got a good year and some change to take advantage of this energy, okay? Now, of course, Jupiter throughout the next 13 months will be making different aspects to other planets as they transit their other zodiac signs as well. But we're just going to focus on Jupiter and Leo at this time, okay? So really quickly, Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It's the planet of quote unquote good luck, bigger blessings, opportunities. Jupiter can also be the planet of spirituality and wisdom, higher institutions of learning and government sometimes as well with the planet Jupiter. But it expands anything that it touches. So if you have Jupiter in your third house, then you would have more expansive qualities or more overindulgent qualities in that third house part of your life. If you have an 8th house Jupiter, then your 8th house might be a little bit more amplified, okay? And again, anywhere Jupiter lands in your birth chart, it's heightened, it's amplified. It's almost like putting a magnifying glass on that energy. Now, when it comes to Leo energy, just very briefly, Leo is the 5th zodiac sign out of the entire zodiac wheel. Leo is heart ruled. It rules the heart, excuse me. And Leo can be representative of generosity, your relationship with authority overall, confidence, leadership, creativity, recognition, and self-expression. Having more fun can be all sorts of themes that would identify Leo, okay? Now, a few notes I took down. You guys are more than welcome to skip this part, but it will kind of lead and bridge the rest of the reading. So if somebody wants to timestamp when the reading starts, you're more than welcome to. Thank you very much ahead of time. But a few themes to look out for throughout these next 13 months would be confidence, like I just talked about. Confidence, generosity, leadership, creativity, self-expression, being recognized for your work, and leading with the heart space, again, are all themes that are going to be highlighted during this time frame. Life is not all about survival, but showing up authentically and having joy while you do so. Again, Leo energy is heart-centered. It's not so mind-centered, okay? It's wants to have fun. It's going to bring life and excitement to anything that it's doing, or at least it should, okay? Yes, sometimes I understand us as humans, we can kind of get in these modes where we're just in hustle, 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 do mode all the time. But life is not just about survival mode. Enjoyment and pleasure and leisure is just as important, and also self-expression and creativity is just as important sometimes as the hustle and bustle. Okay, and again, being authentic, showing up authentically means that you are leading with the heart space. So anything that you guys are going to be doing at this time that's not led from the heart space, even though it might not make all the most logical sense, it's not going to work if you're not leading with the heart, simply put. Okay. You guys might also notice too, being acknowledged for something purposeful and real. So getting recognized for the effort and the hard work that you're putting into something, an environment, a relationship, whatever, it's going to be important. Okay. You guys might realize, I don't want to use the word ego, but I think everybody knows that Leo energy can be a little egocentric. So just be mindful. There's like a very thin line between arrogance and ego. Don't feel like you are being slighted or that something is not for you just because you might not be getting recognized immediately for it. Okay. But if some of you guys have been like living your life kind of in the shadows, in wherever Leo is in your birth chart, okay, wherever Leo occupies in your chart, whatever part of life that is for you, if you feel like you've been kind of in the shadows, suppressing that part of your life, you will start to notice more acknowledgement in that part of your life, more recognition, okay? Now, this battle of expansion of the ego can be another theme too. So again, there's a very thin line between arrogance and ego, arrogance and confidence, two very different things, okay? Expansion of the ego might be something that you guys are going to recognize during this transit as well. So it's going to be very important for us to stay grounded and stay humble when it comes to certain things, okay? With this transit, it might make us want to be a little bit more grandiose or even more quote unquote show offish. But it's going to be important again to have that humility in you still, and don't allow your ego to control or make decisions for you. Okay. Again, because Jupiter just expands anything that it touches. All right. Now, what does your soul require to feel alive again is a question that I wrote down for this transit. What does your soul require to feel alive again? Again, Leo is looking to show up, stand out and show up, be creative, and it's going to be authentically itself no matter who's around, okay? So if you feel like you are missing something in order to bring that excitement or joy or that passion back to the Leo area of your life, what is it that you feel like you're missing, or what is it that your spirit needs in order to bring the life back into the Leo part of your life? Again, if you feel like it's been a little suppressed, again, not recognized, not highlighted, okay? If you feel like in your spirit, you need to remove a certain mindset, person, place, or thing, or type of energy to feel alive again, then that's going to be highlighted during this transit, okay? Having more trust and faith in your goals and visions without evidence showing up right away. So there's a trine, which is an aspect, a very positive, harmonious aspect going on between this Jupiter and Leo, and Neptune being in Aries. So Neptune is in Aries, so is Saturn. So that Neptune and Saturn conjunction in Aries can bring a little bit of a heavy weight, but I feel like with Jupiter creating this positive trine, again, a very positive aspect, can kind of lighten up the load a little bit. So again, it's having more trust and faith in your goals and in your visions without evidence showing up right away. Okay, that Aries energy is going to want results now, fast. If not, it's bored and I don't want to do it anymore. But with Jupiter entering Leo, you're going to have more confidence. Again, more faith is going to be required, or you're going to notice that not having faith in your goals and visions, and again, not having faith in something just because it's not working right away, it's going to be a test of your patience and a test of your confidence for sure. Okay. Again, Jupiter is the planet of spirituality and higher institutions of learning and government and wisdom as well. So faith is definitely applied when it comes to Jupiter energy. What else? Yeah, looking at the bigger picture with more optimism. Jupiter rules over Sagittarius. Sagittarius is not worried about all the minute details, okay, all the fine print. It's worried about the bigger goal, the bigger picture, the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's shooting for the stars with optimism and confidence, okay? So that's going to be important as well. Again, if you're not leading with the heart, if you're not leading with faith, if you're not leading with trust, things are not going to necessarily go as smoothly as we would like them to, okay? And here it is again that I wrote down is a thin line between confidence and arrogance. Jupiter moving into Leo may incite overindulgence, okay? Say, for example, if you have a Jupiter placement maybe in your 5th house, okay? This might create the energy of wanting to overindulge in things that you do for fun, leisure, your hobbies, and it may kind of distract you from your responsibilities and work and routines, okay? If you have Jupiter maybe in your 2nd house, Jupiter moving into Leo may incite overindulgence when it comes to overspending, okay? You can make a lot of money or be earning a lot more money, but wisdom and lessons still come with Jupiter. So you might notice if you have a Jupiter in your 2nd house, you're making more money, but now you're spending more money. Okay, so again, there's a thin line between confidence and arrogance, and please be mindful of overindulgence and wherever Leo takes part in your life. Putting yourself out there more, being more visible and fully owning who you are is an important theme as well. Leo, again, shows up in any room, any space, authentically itself. If Leo cannot be itself, it's not going to operate properly. And it shows up with confidence that it's going to succeed in whatever area, whatever room that it's showing up in, okay? So putting yourself out there more is going to be important. Some of you guys may have been, again, suppressing yourselves or holding yourselves back or living in the energy of people pleasing and cat got your tongue type of vibe. But that's no more, okay? Jupiter in Leo is not asking for that. It's not asking for hidden feelings. It's not asking for suppressed feelings. It's not asking for, again, lack of faith or trust. So if you've been struggling with putting yourself out there more and making yourself more visible, whether that's in your own workspace, a relationship, how you communicate with other people, running a business, being online, creating a social media presence, that's going to change, okay? And it's going to feel like you don't really have a choice but to put yourself out there more to garner results, okay? You're going to feel that shift. There may be shifts in governmental there may be shifts in governmental structures as well. Renaissance style of creativity, shifts in romance, and dating with confidence is going to be a theme as well. So the sun rules Leo naturally. So that Leo can be representative of authoritative figures. The sun can rule over authority and leadership as well. So you might see shifts in who's all sitting in certain seats, whether that be like governors or political leaders in the House of Representatives and stuff like that, leaderships of companies. I'm hearing something about like Fortune 500. So some Fortune 500 companies, for example, may see shifts in leadership. Okay, but more specifically, that has to do with the government for sure. And you might see a lot of different exposure coming out with some of these people in the heads of government. Okay, so be mindful of that. If some of these seats are shifting, it's because some of these things or some things are being exposed. So that's another thing to look out for just on a more public scale. And again, shifts in your romantic life and dating with confidence, revisiting old hobbies and expanding on them might be a theme as well. Again, Leo rules over self-expression and creativity, and this is going to be a period that's highlighted to have more fun and not just be stuck in survival mode. So if there's something that you guys used to do especially during a Mercury retrograde, which we're in right now, there's something that you guys used to do or something that you know you're good at, but you stopped doing, you may revisit those things and just expand on them or actually monetize them during this transit. Now this is a shift from deep emotional healing and processing to more joy and playfulness. Reason why I say it's a shift from deep emotional healing is because Jupiter just left out of the sign of Cancer. Cancer is the 4th zodiac sign. Now we're moved into the 5th zodiac sign, which is Leo. So that massive shift of deep emotional processing, strong heightened intuition to help guide us and make more wise decisions is shifting now to having more joy, okay, more excitement, bringing more pleasure into our lives after navigating such deep healing that we went through again in that Cancer part of our lives, okay? Confident and bold yet intentional leaps of faith are also going to be important, okay? Being intentional matters. You know, we're not just throwing darts at a wall just because we have Jupiter showing up in the Leo part of our life, okay? Jupiter is wise as well. It also comes with lessons. Lessons maybe not as heavy as Saturn, but you do learn from Jupiter as well, okay? Jupiter was normally regarded as the great teacher, okay? The largest planet in the solar system. So Jupiter has always been revered in ancient history. So it does come with lessons and wisdom attached to it as well. So again, we're not just throwing darts at a wall. Being intentional is important, but leading that intentionality with confidence and being bold enough to take action on things is going to be important, okay? But we're going to get right into this reading, you guys. Thank you for joining my Jupiter and Leo TED Talk. We're going to get to maybe like 2 or 3 Moonology cards, and then we'll shift into a different oracle. And, of course, some tarot to clarify, you guys, okay? Yeah, what are some messages for this Jupiter and Leo transit for the collective, please and thank you? What are some things to look out for this Jupiter and Leo transit, please? Oh, yeah, luck is on your side. Very cool. New moon and Sagittarius. So I think I mentioned Sagittarius earlier because naturally Jupiter does rule over Sagittarius. That's a very positive, optimistic, look at the glass half full type of zodiac sign. It shoots for the stars with optimism. So yeah, luck is on your side. Again, Jupiter is normally revered as the planet of good luck and expansion and opportunities. So that's a great first card, okay? Some of you guys might not see that something might work out in your favor because of how dark that moon is, okay? But let's see. Why is it here, please, for the collective? If you have a Jupiter, if you have a natal in your birth chart, a natal Leo Venus, Leo Sun, Leo Rising, or a Leo Jupiter, this is going to be a very auspicious time for you, okay? Why is it here, please? Oh, geez. Okay, you have meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. My apologies if you guys can hear the fireworks in the background. It is 4th of July as I'm recording this. But meditate and contemplate. Another Jupiterian energy with Pisces here, okay? So again, not just the Leo part of your life, but make sure you guys are looking into the Piscean and Sagittarian part of your life too, okay? Meditate and contemplate. I feel like some of you guys have already gone through this though, this process of figuring out what it is that works for you or what it is that you need to do, what you would like to do for some of you guys. Some of you guys could be going on a more creative project endeavor as well as what I'm getting. Meditate and contemplate. Some of you guys could still be trying to figure out what to do next. For others of you already did. And that's why you're moving into this new phase with confidence. Maybe you're ready. I'm hearing you're ready. Okay? Maybe you sat on something long enough. You pondered on something long enough. You meditated and contemplated long enough. And for others of you, you guys could still be in that phase, even maybe still wrapping up a healing phase. And your spirit team isn't going to push you, okay, to go ahead and, I'm hearing, take the shot or take the leap of faith, okay? Because luck is on your side. Something here is going to end up working out better than you thought it did. Some of you guys could be stressing out about something that you don't need to be stressing out about at this time, okay? Can we get one more on this, please? For this Jupiter and Leo transit, please and thank you. A time for healing. Yep, I just said that. Some of you guys could still be in that phase, like kind of wrapping up at the very tail end of the healing phase. Okay, balsamic moon. I'm gonna get more on this, please. A time for healing for some of you guys, wherever Jupiter lands in your chart, wherever you have a Leo in your chart, you could have a 12th house Leo. I know I have a 12th house Leo, so that might be more indicative of healing and closure and endings for some of you guys, okay? But doing those things with more confidence. Let's see, what is this? Why is this here, please, for this Jupiter and Leo transit? Okay. Nothing is yet set in stone. Okay, you have a mutable moon. Some of you guys could have a mutable moon sign. Mutable signs are what? Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius, and Pisces, I believe, the mutable signs. So those zodiac signs can be important, which they already showed up here, Pisces and Sagittarius. Okay, nothing is yet set in stone. Yeah, so I mentioned before, some of you guys could still be in the phase of figuring out what to do next. Okay, some of you guys may have like committed to something. Maybe you're changing your mind. That's okay. That's okay to change your mind or have a shift or have a pivot of feelings or emotions towards something. That might be a good thing for some of you guys, okay? I'm going to switch decks here in a second. Nothing is yet set in stone. And Leo, which we're talking about here, Jupiter and Leo, Jupiter is moving into a fixed sign. Leo is a fixed fire sign. So once it's comfortable or in its comfort zone, Leo might have a hard time or maybe a little stubborn to coming out of what they're comfortable with or what they're used to. Okay, but just because you've committed to something for an extended period of time doesn't mean you have to stay there, especially if there's no growth or movement coming from it, okay? But yeah, and look at this, a full moon in Leo at the bottom. Some of you guys could have your moon sign in Leo. It says, don't let pride get in your way. So you know how I mentioned earlier in my notes, there's a very thin line between confidence and arrogance, and this transit might incite a highlight or more use of the ego than is required, okay? Don't let your pride or ego get in the way. Don't let your pride and ego, steer the wheel for you, all right? The energy is gaining momentum. Very nice. Yeah, and again, Leo leads with confidence and authority. Leo, when it shows up in a room, it acts like it's supposed to be there. It acts like it belongs there, okay? It knows it belongs there. Some of you guys could be working on self-worth and insecurity and confidence as well, okay? Now, let's clarify this. What is this? Luck is on your side. Moon in Sagittarius, please. Ooh, guardian angel. Very nice. It says some higher power protects you from difficulties and misfortunes. Trust your guardian angel. Very nice. Anytime I use this deck, I don't get this card a lot, so that's a great sign. And again, I mentioned earlier, Jupiter can represent good luck, better opportunities, expansion, good fortune, okay? So I guess for lack of a better term, in this case, for the planetary body we're talking about, Jupiter, you could, I guess, use that as some type of physical body symbolism as protection from difficulties, okay? But yeah, like some of you guys may need to talk to your spirit team more, is what I'm getting with this. Like your spirit team may want to show up and show out for you, but closed mouths do not get fed physically nor spiritually. I feel like I say that a lot. And some of you guys are going to have to really lean on trust and faith. During this time, you're going to be really tested with that, okay? What is this? Meditate and contemplate, please. Why is this here? New moon in Pisces. Some of you guys are not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, not even realizing like your fate is not set in stone, okay? What is this? You have independence. Very nice. Leo can be a very independent type of zodiac sign as well. It doesn't really need or want or ask for much. If anything, Leo is very generous. It's more of a giver than it is a taker. Okay, it says manage money yourself. Independence guarantees security, Don't depend on others. Okay, I'm hearing is that Destiny's Child, independent woman? Okay, it's about Charlie's Angels. Somebody's name could be Charlie. I don't know, but meditate and contemplate. Some of you guys could be trying to decide, or you've been in this energy. It's almost coming up as like a cocoon. Some of you guys could have been in this cocoon of healing. Again, meditating, contemplating, trying to figure out your next moves, your next steps. And now with Jupiter moving into Leo, the cocoon is kind of cracking, and now you're emerging as like maybe a more independent person, a more confident person with more self-worth, maybe someone who moves with more leadership. Okay, some of you guys could be moving on your own, or moving out from living with a roommate or family member or spouse or something. Manage money yourself. Don't depend on others. Now for others of you guys, if you flip the roles or flip the switch a little bit, because there's always two ends of a stick, two extremes. Some of you guys could be releasing the energy of hyper independence. Okay, some of you guys are releasing codependence, and then for the other end of the stick, this is a message for some of you guys releasing hyper independence. Okay, and relying on trust and faith that you can depend on somebody, and that it's not just you. Okay, that's for some of you. Some of you guys have been in the energy of doing everything on your own all the time, and you're not alone. You're not by yourself. Okay, with this guardian angel showing up here. But I feel like this is a heavy message for a majority of you, of leaving alone codependency more than anything. Okay, what is this a time for healing, please? This could be a very healing time for some of your guys' finances as well. What is this? Balsamic moon. Balsamic vinegar could be important. Like someone here could be a chef, or someone here likes to bake, or they cook a lot. Something about a salad, okay? Balsamic vinegar. Wow, money matters. I just said that this could be a time to be for healing of your finances as well. Here it is. Money matters. Expenses, save, cut cost, resource, plan ahead, make an informed choice, invest your money wisely. Okay, so you guys, I mentioned earlier, Jupiter and Leo may incite this energy of wanting to overdo things, overindulgence, overstepping boundaries, overconfidence. Just because you guys are making more money doesn't mean you have to necessarily spend more money. Okay, some of you guys could be learning how to invest your money like in the stock market and things like that. Something about like forex, foreign trade, foreign money. Okay, foreign currency. Some of you guys could do that. But yeah, what is this? Nothing is yet set in stone. I said before already, some of you guys may have felt like something was just the end all be all, that's it, it's over and done with, or I already made my choice, so now I can't change my mind. Okay, again, nothing is yet set in stone. Okay, I keep hearing like your fate, this is not your fate, or like your story's not over yet, your fate is not sealed. Okay, it's okay to pivot or change your mind, or have feelings and emotions about something and want to do something else. Okay, again, this is not the time period. This transit is not a transit of people pleasing and showing up unauthentically. If you're showing up unauthentically or out of your heart space, it's not going to last, or it's not going to work. Okay, what is this? Shedding. Okay, someone have like a tattoo of a snake on their body somewhere. It says reducing losses, elimination, and completing a metamorphosis. Time to set higher goals. And that's crazy. This is clarifying. Nothing is set in stones. Like I just said, something here that you may have committed to, or that you thought was set in stone, your fate was sealed on it, whatever. Maybe you thought that was it, that was over, but maybe it's not. Like you're going to be given an opportunity during this transit, it feels like, to pivot or change something here, because there's something bigger, there's something better. Again, time to set higher goals. It's almost like your spirit team wants you to trust and have faith that something better is going to work than what it is you're aiming for. Okay, if you feel like something is, again, not bringing results fast enough, this is going to be a serious test of your guys' faith and your patience as well. And also too, if you guys are only shooting for the moon and not shooting for the stars as well, you're going to notice that. It may feel like something here is not working or running as smoothly as it should. It's because you're not setting higher goals. You're not shooting for the stars. You're only shooting for the moon. For some of y'all, you'll deserve more and you deserve better than what it is you think you do or what you're aiming for, essentially, is what I want to say, okay? It's like whatever you're praying for, there's something even better outside of that. That's why maybe you're not receiving what it is you prayed for. I really hope that makes sense. Or you receive it and then you realize there's something better anyway, okay? Yeah, look, power and sweet success, okay? With power, this is authority, leadership. Focus on your needs for some of you, okay? Time to set higher goals. Some of you guys may already have higher goals set, higher goals in mind, right? And you're actually going to be taking action on them with confidence at this time versus maybe you weren't doing that before. Again, suppressing yourself. All right, or this could be someone else in your energy. I'm going to get a couple of these romance angels as well. Because some of this could be about a relationship as well for some of you guys, okay? You deserve love. Wow, here it is again. Bow and arrow energy, Sagittarius energy again. You are lovable. I literally just said that. So you guys deserve more than what it is you are aiming for is what this feels like. Or what it is you feel like you're going to receive. Then you're going to be so shocked and surprised when this transit turns out a lot better than you thought it would. Okay? You deserve love. You are lovable. Someone could have like their sights or their bow and arrow set straight on you, but you don't feel like you deserve it or something like that, okay? All right, just here, please. Religious factors, okay? It says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So that could be something that's shifting or changing for you as well, collective. Maybe some of you guys are coming out of certain views, certain mindsets. Okay, Jupiter might be expanding your mindset. Maybe you guys are even learning something new and applying that knowledge to be monetized or getting a certificate or something like that. But anyway, some of you guys, your love life might be affected by someone else's spiritual views or religious views, okay? Someone here may not feel good enough or something, is what I just got too. Someone here may need to, again, go to their spirit team and ask for assistance or ask for guidance. Someone here may be realizing, you know, I love this person, I love that person, but I'm realizing, again, with nothing is yet set in stone, maybe you're realizing if, you know, my spouse, my partner doesn't have a relationship with God, it's not going to work. And some of you guys may be realizing that. And again, pivoting, okay, being adaptable, being mutable. Nothing is yet set in stone. Okay. Some of you guys may be taking a leap of faith to explore other spiritual practices and things like that, so you can expand a relationship here, either you or another person. Okay. Why is this here? Oh, and then true love. Wow. Very nice. True love. It says this is the romance of a lifetime. So some of you guys could literally be healing a relationship here after, I'm hearing after months of contemplation, after months of sitting on it. Some of you got, okay, and again, I know not every single message is going to be for everybody. You guys know your story better than I do. Some of you guys are shedding and releasing something because, again, maybe you've pivoted emotionally and you're finding true love. For others of you guys, you may have pivoted emotionally and you could be shedding an old way of thinking, an old way of being, okay? Maybe releasing and shedding pessimism, doubt, insecurities, lack of self-worth in order to expand on this relationship you currently have because this is true love, okay? Or investing more, healing a relationship here, okay? This is the romance of a lifetime. Either you feel this way about somebody or someone could feel that way about you, okay? Someone could have had to shed old ways in order to receive this with you, okay? Romantic feelings here at the bottom. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Regardless of what end of the stick you guys are on with said feelings, it's okay to explore those things, okay? Some of you guys may feel like you don't even deserve real true love, even though you're already experiencing it. Or this other person that you're connected to, they may not feel like they deserve true love here or something, but this transit with Jupiter in Leo is gonna really shift that. Okay. Some of you guys, again, you've pivoted emotionally, and you shed a situation with a particular person, and little do you know, if you step up and lead with confidence to put yourself back out there, here it comes, true love or something genuine. Okay, let's see, let's get out of this. We're gonna get into some tarot, you guys. If this isn't making any sense to y'all, definitely leave a like, share if you care, subscribe. I would love to have y'all here, part of the family. Okay. I think I haven't used this deck in a while, but this particular deck, it can be read in the upright or the reverse. So if it falls out in the reverse, I'm just gonna leave it that way. You guys know with my channel, I normally don't read reversals. So this specific deck, though, it comes in the upright and the reverse. So if it comes out that way, it's gonna stay that way. Okay. Let's see. Please give us some clear and concise messages for this Jupiter in Leo transit, please and thank you. Oh, okay, you got the number 14, Sagittarius. So this is kind of just reconfirming for me, like a guardian angel, an earth angel here. Some of you guys might need to, again, like really reconnect or connect for the first time with your spirit team here, so they can help you or show you and guide you intuitively through your dreams and downloads. Okay, another Sagittarius energy. Okay, with Temperance here, it says in the upright, harmony, balance, moderation. So again, I mentioned earlier, Jupiter in Leo may want to overextend, overindulge, overspend. Okay, so moderation is going to be important, right? It says patience, purpose, finding meaning, and being sensible. Okay, also to you guys, whatever it is y'all are doing, whether that's work related, relationship related, money related, living situation, family, whatever, if it's not done again with good intentions, or with purpose, or with authenticity and from the heart space, even if it doesn't make sense to everybody else around you logically, if it's what your heart is telling you to do, that's what's going to breed results. Okay, not leading with ego, or not leading with fear, skepticism. Okay, why is the Sagittarius energy here with Temperance? You guys have been very patient with something or with somebody, is also what I'm seeing with this, with Temperance, or your patience is paying off with the situation. Okay, what is this? Okay, 4 of Pentacles in the upright, Capricorn energy here. It says control, stability, saving money, scarcity, conservation, and security. So yeah, the 4 of Pentacles can sometimes be about setting a foundation for yourself, holding back, being a little stubborn. Okay, I mentioned before how this Jupiter in Leo transit is the opposite of holding back and suppressing feelings and emotions and holding ourselves back from being authentically ourselves, expressing how we really feel about things. That's no more. Okay, 4 of Pentacles. Some of you guys may be needing to release control as well. Okay, and I mentioned earlier, this could be a very auspicious year, depending on where Leo is in your birth chart. And if you're a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, okay, especially your the North nodes, okay. If you're a Leo North node, you as well, okay, because you're gonna have Jupiter conjunct your North node. That's a very positive aspect. But anyway, 4 of Pentacles here. Some of you guys are gonna be able to save more money, create a foundation for yourselves here. But again, that doesn't, just because something is moving a little slower, or you're not getting results immediately, okay, that Neptune, Saturn, and Aries energy, don't just stop or give up on what it is you're building or working on or doing, okay? You guys deserve so much more than what you're putting yourselves out there for, okay? What is this 4 of Pentacles here for, please? And here it is. Yep, the Leo card, strength, The number 8 can be important. It says courage, passion, power, influence, compassion, focus, and inner strength, okay? Power, strength, and control. So there's a heavy energy up here needing to like release control as well, okay? Surrender is the complete opposite of control. Jupiter rules Pisces. It's going to want you to surrender and just have faith. But confidence, you have to have confidence and unwavering faith for something to work as well, you guys. Okay, that's very important. It's almost like some of you guys may even like moderate yourselves or moderate the energy you put out because you feel like you're quote unquote too much. Well, there's an environment for that will welcome you just as you are, where you don't have to suppress or quote unquote moderate yourself because you feel like you're quote unquote too much for these people, whoever they might be, okay? Yeah, courage, passion, compassion, strength and power and influence. You could really intimidate somebody as well. Collective is the energy that I'm getting. Either you or you may feel intimidated by a certain particular individual here, is what I'm seeing. Let me see. Oh, okay. Justice card. Number 11, the month of November could be important. Maybe a Libra. Okay, it says justice, fairness, truth, equality, balance, law, cause and effect. This can also be karma, okay? Things balancing out, the scales balancing. Karma, good karma usually. Honesty, truth, integrity. So it's, yeah, some of you guys could literally either be getting married, is what I just got. Some of you guys could be getting married, okay? And some of y'all may not even believe in like a giant traditional wedding. You guys might just go down to the courthouse or something with this justice card. With true love, wow, okay. Or some of you guys, like, true love is your good karma. That is the universe balancing the scales out for you, okay? Or maybe a relationship here is balancing out. There could be more trust required in a relationship, more honesty required in a relationship in order for it to move forward, or that's what's already going on, which is why the scales are being balanced out, okay? Someone here may want to have a very truthful conversation with you, collective, or this is you, okay? Why is this here, please? Oh, nice. The 6 of Wands. Again, Leo energy here showing up. This is a great card. Award, victory, confidence, progress, success, public recognition, and popularity. So I mentioned earlier too throughout my notes, being recognized for showing up authentically in who you are is gonna trigger some people. Or I should say, not being recognized or acknowledged for what you're doing or what work you're putting in could trigger some people, okay? But I see you guys receiving that acknowledgement, receiving that recognition or that good job, whatever this is. And if you don't receive it from other people, I see you giving it more to yourself because you deserve it, okay? You don't need a whole crowd of cheerleaders to know that you're on the right path or that what you're doing is meaningful or important, okay? Some of you guys may again feel as though something was a little stagnated, moving a little slow, so you almost gave up or something. But here it is. Here's the victory, the win, the success. Some of you guys may be getting like literally publicly recognized on a social media platform or something as well, okay? Congratulations. Something here is moving forward very successfully. I also see with this is someone who has a lot of respect, either like in their neighborhood, in their community, or someone could put you on a pedestal and they have a lot of respect for you, okay? What is this? Confidence. And I mentioned before, you guys, it's going to be so important to have that balance, moderation between arrogance and confidence, okay? With Jupiter and this type of tarot card showing up, 6 of Wands, it's giving heavy reliance on the ego, okay? You're like the ego needing to be stroked. So it's going to be very important to balance those things out, okay? And not get like overzealous or Again, just arrogant, cocky is the energy I want to say, is what I want to give here. Okay, because the minute you start doing that and taking credit for what God is doing, might not breed the best results, okay? Why is this here, please? Okay, oh, the sun in the upright. This is great. The number 19, another Leo energy, okay? Positivity, pleasure, happiness, fun, love, joy, all is well, success, inspiration. This is very nice. Definitely heavy Leo energy showing up here in this reading. Again, another energy of success, a win, a victory, brighter days ahead, okay? More confidence, more vitality. Some of you guys could be going back to the gym or something. I mentioned earlier, a hobby or something that you used to do but you stopped doing, you go back to it and it's going to be better than ever, okay? Congratulations. Yeah, someone here is going to be able to like put money away or put money aside and save for a better beginning or a new beginning. Maybe a move, a new career here could be creating that financial stability you guys are looking for, okay? And I mentioned earlier in my breakdown, in my notes, life is not always about survival mode. It's important to have pleasure and leisure part of that process as well, okay? And I did mention too, there could be a lot of exposure going on around this time. Not just because Jupiter is transiting through Leo and that's ruled by the sun, but with Saturn and Neptune on each other's neck in Aries, it's giving shattering the illusions and giving a reality check to the illusions in our lives. And then with Jupiter and Leo showing up here, and then the sun, it's like more exposure, okay? Especially when it comes to forms of leadership, government, maybe even children here, okay? That's very specific, but some of you guys would be having a massive revelation about a specific child or multiple children, and that can mean maybe you want to have a child now, but you used to not want to have kids, or vice versa. Maybe you used to want to have kids, now you don't, okay? Okay, why is this here, please? But definitely, like, this is a time period for you guys to have a little bit more fun as well. This doesn't have to be all doom and gloom just because, you know, everybody else around you might be experiencing doom and gloom or whatever, you know, even a circumstance or a situation that might seem doom and gloom or seem negative. Being a little bit more positive and not so pessimistic about it is going to be important. Again, having more trust and faith. You know, some of you guys could be going through like a court or a legal situation right now, not realizing that, again, your fate is not set in stone, not realizing something here might actually be successful. Okay, congratulations. What is this? Oh, okay, I'm seeing the world. So the other two I don't see, so I'm just going to keep the world. It's in the upright. The number 21 is showing up here. Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, or Taurus could be important, okay? The world. Someone could definitely be going viral here, okay? If you guys like have a social media platform or you're an entrepreneur and you don't like, you know, being star of the show, you don't like being the center of attention, maybe you don't like posting on social media, a minor shift in that mindset, and again, leading with more faith and trust and optimism and confidence and being bold, you might really go fucking viral here and you don't even realize it, okay? But anyway, the world can be an accomplishment, completion, travel, arriving, success, wholeness. The world can also sometimes be like the ending of a cycle, but if you think about it this way, once you've gone through all the loops and all the hoops, that is the end of a cycle, and the end of a certain cycle could be success as well, okay? That could be the end of a cycle. A karmic cycle could be ending. That's a good thing, which might be some type of accomplishment or wholeness. Again, achieving some type of success here. Some of you guys could be moving or relocating. You've thought about it for a long time, but you just haven't gotten the courage to do it. Now you're getting the courage and the financial boost to do it. Congratulations. Okay, you want more on this, please? The Fool. Yep, here it is. Very nice. Yep, here it is. Upright is new beginnings, okay? Innocence, spontaneity, optimism, adventures, trust in life, a new path, and a free spirit. This is very nice, you guys. I just feel like, again, having more trust and faith, knowing that you deserve this new beginning, this fresh start, this balanced out situation, whatever it is you're dealing with right now. Some of you guys don't realize, you don't even see that something here, it has already started a new phase, a new chapter. Okay, I see you guys being a lot more successful, a lot happier. I'm hearing a lot more freeing yourself from the shackles. Okay, the shackles might look different for everybody. Okay, but just for the simple fact that you're, again, stepping out on faith and leading with bold integrity and leadership and being authentically yourself. Again, this is not an energy of people pleasing whatsoever. That's why things are going to end up working better for you, okay? Or things might not feel so stagnated anymore. Okay? And also, too, I feel like some of you guys need to get a better connection or relationship with your spirit team or the Most High, because it's coming through like, where are you? Like, where are you at? Where you've been? Okay, I'm hearing Rihanna. Where have you been all of my life? Like, your spirit team is literally like looking for you, asking for you. Because they have some type of assistance or help for you, but not if you don't ask, or not if you show up. You know what I mean? A new beginning, a fresh start is already kind of here for you, like wrapped up in a bow. Okay, so this is really, really nice. The Fool and the Sun, that's brighter days ahead. Unlimited possibilities is what this card says. The Fool hasn't been jaded by life yet. He's excited, he's eager, he's ready to go. Jump off the cliff with no parachute, not knowing what's there. He's just trusting. Okay, so some of you guys are going to have a very heavy lesson with learning how to surrender versus having so much control. Okay. After a period of healing and again, meditating and contemplating on things emotionally, it's time to go ahead and lead with confidence and take action on those things you've been meditating and contemplating about for so long. Okay? So this is very, very nice. I'm going to leave this reading here, you guys. I appreciate y'all so much for tapping in with me for this planetary trend that's going to be affecting all of our lives, hopefully in the most positive ways over these next 13 months. So definitely leave a comment. Let me know what you know. Let me know how you feel. Share if you care. Subscribe. I would love to have y'all here, part of the family. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.